guys, it's Amanda over at AmandaReads, and today I'm coming to you with a book haul. Now, as usual, I have my bookoutlet.com orders. We all suspected that. But I actually also have a subscription box and I'm unboxing. The Once Upon a Book Club box, and this is by Chick Lit Designs. This is another monthly subscription box that you can get from Cratejoy. But the thing about the Once Upon a Book Club box is that you receive a book, but then you also receive little wrapped presents. And attached to all the presents are little labels with page numbers on them. As you read the book, once you read the page associated with the gift, you then open the gift and it will have something to do with what you just read about. So I wanted to put this in with my book haul because I'm not actually going to be undoing any of the presents. I'm really only going to be showing you the book and what the actual gifts look like on the outside. I figured it wasn't as exciting enough to really get its own video. First off, this is what the box looks like. It looks like a giant book. On the side it says Once Upon a Book Club, then we have the pink box, and then we have the pages. This is actually the September Once Upon a Book Club box, and they actually were very late in shipping them, so this does include an extra gift. First I see, psst, to fully experience this box, remember, don't open your gifts until you have reached the page number attached to your gift. And then there is a little quote card that says, having a dream is easy. It's being brave enough to walk the journey every day that sets you apart from the crowd. From the ringmaster's wife. And on the back, I'm not going to look, but it does say discussion questions. So obviously I don't want to look at those because then it will give away parts of the story. And I believe also these have dates on them. So on that specific date, you can go on to their social media and talk to everyone else that's reading these books. So this is what it looks like inside. There's some Cracker Jack and it just says sorry for the delay. So this must be my extra gift. I see this little scroll which says page 254 on it. There is a gift wrapped box which says page 55. There's this little thing which says page 236. It kind of sounds like jewelry. There is this box which is kind of heavy and it says page 210. Then there is a note that says to the English Rose, page 249. And then here is the book. So we have The Ringmaster's Wife. So after looking at the synopsis, I've pretty much figured that this is the story of two women whose paths cross at a circus. One woman, she decides to join forces with the ringmaster, and then 25 years later, I think, is this other girl kind of comes upon them and meets them, and she decides to also become a part of their traveling circus. So yeah, The Ringmaster's Wife by Christy Cambron. It takes place in the 1920s, and I love stories that take place in the 1920s. I love it because this is a circus themed box then. So all this stuff is circus themed, which then makes the Cracker Jack kind of fit. And that was an extra gift. So yes, I have all those gifts to open while I read. And that is it for the Once Upon a Book Club box. Next, I have two orders from Book Outlet. So this is the first package, and before everyone yells at me, yes, I already own one of the books, so you might be like, why did she buy that? But you will see. You will understand. Back in August, I was buddy reading, and in September, Dance Upon the Air by Nora Roberts. So I actually picked up this copy from the used book superstore. I actually really liked it, and so I wanted to buy the next two books, and the used book superstore has actually since closed, so I was looking on Book Outlet. And what I found on Book Outlet was the two books I was looking for, and they were absolutely stunning. And they had the first book to match with the covers. Can you blame me? So these are the three books in the trilogy. The first one is Dance Upon the Air, Heaven and Earth, and then Face the Fire. And I'm definitely going to be finishing this trilogy. I really liked it. And don't they just look gorgeous next to each other? Now we're going to move on to my big Book Outlet box. So the first book I have is Lola Carlyle's 12-Step Romance by Danielle Young Ullman. It's about this girl named Lola Carlyle, and her friend Sydney calls her from a rehab center and starts telling her about how great it is and how Lola's crush is actually checking into the rehab center. So Lola decides the only way to get her crush to notice her is to check herself into the rehab center even though she's never had an addiction in her life. So she starts lying, pretending that she's addicted to things, and she goes to rehab, and then she actually has to kind of like get therapy and stuff, so she has to figure out what she's going to do. Next, I have Fairest by Marissa Meyer, which is a novella about Queen Lavanna from the Lunar Chronicles. I have read the first 2 books of the Lunar Chronicles. I believe this one comes in between Cress and Winter, and I do already own Cress. For some reason, Lavanna does really intrigue me, and it was on Book Outlet for a reasonable price, so I did pick it up. Going along with the Lunar Chronicles theme, I also picked up Stars Above by Marissa Meyer, which are other novellas that kind of go back and they kind of tell you the origin of each of the stories and things like that. Next, I have a book that's actually a pretty recent release, so I was really excited to find it on Book Outlet, and that is The Unexpected Everything by Morgan Matson. I have still not read by Morgan Matson Since You've Been Gone, but I heard amazing things about this book, and seeing it at a great price on Book Outlet, I just couldn't resist it. I don't really know too much about this book. All I know is that it's about a girl named Andy, and her dad is a politician. I think the 2 of them just live together, and there's this big scandal, and Andy kind of has her whole summer and everything planned out, but she ends up having to walk dogs, which was not a part of her original plan. I'm just excited to pick it up at some point. Next, I have a book that I was debating for so long about purchasing. I had it in my cart for like over a month, and that is All the Birds in the Sky by Charlie Jane Anders. Again, I don't know too much about this. I do know that it is about 2 people, a boy and a girl, and the girl is able to actually turn herself into a bird, and she has some powers. Her name is Patricia. And then there's Lawrence, who has built a time machine that goes 2 seconds ahead in time. I'm not really sure what happens, but I know that this kind of picks up where they're both adults and the world is kind of going to crap, and they seem to have some power to be able to kind of fix it a little bit. That could be totally wrong, but that's what I got from the synopsis, so we'll see. Next, I have Me Before You by Jojo Moyes, and I honestly just knew that I had to purchase this in physical copy form because I've had it for so long and I never pick up my e-reader. Next, I have 2 very hyped books that I have seen recently. Bad Romeo by Lisa Raven and Broken Juliet by Lisa Raven. It's a duology, so I don't even want to look at this because that'll give me spoilers. From what I gathered about the synopsis, it's about this boy and this girl, and they meet each other when they're cast as Romeo and Juliet in high school. I think they have a romance, then they break up, and then later in life they're both in Broadway and they're cast as, you know, romantic interests again, and they kind of have to confront one another about what happened. And the last 2 books I have are also another duology, and that is the Anna Dressed in Blood duology by Ken Dare Blake. I have been waiting for both of these books to be on Book Outlet at the same time for months. Let me clarify, I wanted them in the same medium, whether it was hardcover or paperback, and so they're both in paperback. I own them both. The first is Anna Dressed in Blood and Girl of Nightmares. It is very surreal to be holding these right now because I've literally been waiting for months. It's about this boy named Kaz, and he is actually a ghost killer. He kills dead people, and he is sent to kind of this town to look for this ghost that they call Anna Dressed in Blood. And the story goes that if you sleep or stay at Anna's former Victorian home, she will come and kill you. But for some reason, she does not do that to Kaz. And so I think this explores the story of Anna Dressed in Blood and what happened to her and everything through Kaz's journey as a ghost killer. Hey guys, it's been about a week. This is an unexpected addition to my book haul, so I am just filming this really quickly on my iPhone. The first book that I picked up this week was Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets Illustrated Edition by J.K. Rowling. It is just as gorgeous as the first one, and I highly recommend it. If you have been thinking about buying it, I would definitely get it. Next, I have Night Film by Marisha Pessel. I ordered this. It's a used copy. Off Amazon. It was like $3. It is gorgeous, hardcover, no damage that I found, and I'm really excited because I wanted to pick this up this month if I could, and hopefully I'll be able to. And finally, my last book came out on Tuesday, I think, and it's the second book in a trilogy, and I read the first book last month through BookTube tours. So that is Remember Yesterday by Pintip Dunn. However, I ordered this on Amazon on Tuesday and I was supposed to get it on Thursday. And I did get a package with the book in it from Entangled Teen. Today I got my Amazon copy in the mail, so I'm guessing that Entangled Teen was just sending me the second book to review it, but they never told me they were going to, so I went ahead and already bought it. That is the little addition to my book haul. Sorry about the lighting. I didn't want to set up. I wasn't even planning on filming, but I did just want to show you the last 2 books I got this month. So those are all the books that I have to share with you today. I hope you enjoyed and that I was able to introduce you to some new books you haven't heard of before. Please comment down below if you have ever gotten the Once Upon a Book Club box. I am so excited to read the book and get to open all the little gifts. It seems so exciting. And I actually also ordered their October box, so I should be getting that at the beginning of November, which is really exciting because I'm 99% sure I already know what the book is because they gave a clue and it just came out in April and I'm pretty sure I know what it is. But I'm so excited for all the gifts. Like, I think that's the coolest concept. So I will see you guys soon with another new video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye, guys!